It's Anthony with Land Title. I wanted to bring you the first to know update for the month of August. Here it is, September 1st, and we're headed into Labor Day weekend. So I wanted to give you some big or not very big information. I mean, basically, surprise, surprise, things look nearly identical to a month ago. Take a look at this. This is our average sales price. It is down 0.3% from this time last year. Things really look like they've stabilized. You can really see it over here in the median where we're down 4.5%. We were basically the same exact where we were last month. Things look really, really consistent. Now, if you look over at the condo townhouse market, they're stabilized, but they're below last year's levels in Boulder County. Now, I think that is largely due to a really different composition of sales that are selling. You know, with all the pressure in the first-time homebuyer market, you have a lot of people moving this direction towards the attached product, and they're just buying a cheaper product than they were before. Plus, we don't have these huge, really cool releases of stuff coming out in the city of Boulder that had skewed the averages so much. So that being said, take a look at this. This just justifies that consistency in the market. You can see average sales price per square foot is almost $400 a square foot, exactly where it was last year. All the big family homes generally sell over the summertime, so you see you see some of that shake up in the marketplace in that, spring, summer market. Here we are headed into Q3. Things look good. Look at this. The condo prices are steadily increasing still. They're bouncing around really similar to where they were a year ago. So that being said, take a look at this. This is the part that is really should be not much of a surprise to us. Active units fell again, even though that's not seasonally normal, and it's largely due to that new listing number. Look at that, 488 new listings, down 7% from this time last year. There's just not a lot of seller appetite. Those golden handcuffs that everyone is dealing with those low interest rates makes it nearly impossible at a 7.5%, whatever we are these days, depending on the day, right? For them to trade. So they can't really go trade up. We have a lot of first-time homebuyer activity. We have a lot of people that are forced to move or sell activity, but there's really not a lot else because there's just too prohibitive to make those trades. So we've seen this slowdown in the marketplace. It's reduced the active number of units by 17.5% from this time last year, and really 6.5% again month over month. So what does that mean for buyer demand? Well, it's super consistent. Look at this, 359 homes are right in line with what you would expect. We're 16% down from a year ago, but it's really not that big of a deal. Then you look over at month supply of inventory, 2.8 months of inventory, really similar to last month, really similar to last year. Things are just consistent. It feels like Q3, right? You know what else feels like quarter three? This number. Look at 32 days average in MLS, identical to last month, only about a week higher, basically a week slower than we were a year ago, but we were trending up really fast and in a hurry in that changing environment. It's very fascinating to see how stability in our marketplace, even if it's stability at higher interest rates, has created so much more consistency. So eventually days in MLS will start to slow down. I mean, it could be this way all the way through October. So it's really hard to say kind of where we are, depending on what happens with interest rates. And if they stay stable, expect them to rise. If they fall, expect the market to stay fairly flat, just like it is right now. And honestly, you go out there and you buy a home, it's 99% listed sale price. It's really consistent. It's nothing too crazy. But the biggest difference would be that, we basically have concessions coming out of that number. So it's not an accurate representation of what's happening in the marketplace. Last month, we basically had 39% of all of our homes at Land Title that had concessions tied to them. So this number is actually quite a bit lower than it shows here because of those concessions, but there's just no way to measure that. So if you have any other questions or you need any other local market updates, I am Anthony at Land Title, and I'm happy to share. So hopefully we'll see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the video. See you later.